Oh, hi everybody, welcome. Hello, how are y'all doing? If you're just joining, I just posted this tutorial. I don't know if you can call it a tutorial, but I do explain what I do, but it's not like a full-blown tutorial. It's more like a paint along with me, but if you're interested in how I painted that, there's a video. Yeah, I'm just practicing different techniques and methods today. I don't have anything really planned out. And yeah, if you're typically here for my digital art, I am going to post, it's a time relapse, is that time-lapse replay, there we go, sorry, of how I made this piece. I am probably going to make an actual tutorial on this, but it will take time for me to recreate it and film it and then edit and all that. So I'll be putting out at least the time-lapse replay so people can see the general method, and I will do a voiceover on that so that I can tell people what my thought process was and the brushes that I was using and whatnot. Let's see. How's everyone's Tuesday going? And I'm doing just a little bit like looser than I normally do. Here's like an example of some of my other like floral that I've done, but I'm working on all wet paper right now to sort of see how I like that process. I will definitely line more detail in it using, like I did here, with the darker colors. I'm trying to think if I have any others that I could show. They're all far away. Far away being I'm too lazy to get up. I have cat fur stuck on my paper. My cat really, she loves to lay on top of paper. I don't know what it is about it, but that's like her thing. So I find surprises because I prep my papers beforehand. So stuff like this, I prep it beforehand to make it easier on myself in terms of like the next day. If I'm tired or feeling overwhelmed, those steps are out of the way. But that does give her space to sit on my paper. And I'm working at like some odd angles here, so sorry if I'm covering while I'm painting. I try to be aware of it, and then I get in like the groove and I totally forget that my hand's probably in the way. So if it is, you guys can just say that in the chat and I will adjust. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. For pieces like this, I find I have to work faster than I normally would, because if I go too slow, I will start to overthink it. Like in order for me to essentially keep it loose like this and allow the colors to, you know, interact with one another and, you know, not be too overconsumed with the details, I have to not think about placement and just put down brush strokes almost like intuitively. And then if there is a mistake I make, I can work on fixing that after. I just try and stay focused on moving faster than my brain can catch up with me and tell me that's not quite the right spot or quite the right color, those kinds of things. Anybody else super ready for spring? I'm so ready for it. I'm from the United States. Where are you guys from? I'm just gonna lift some of this. Okay. Okay. Whoa! Sorry. I was trying to get like a better angle, and I think I can do it left-handed, but I'm not sure. I just don't like the brush strokes that I'm getting. And we're gonna, once this dries all the way, we'll fix this one up a bit more. In the meantime, we can try and add details to some of the other flowers that are not as like damp. I also have a handheld like heating tool which I can use, and I might, but I try to not use it too often when I want some of the paint to continue to bleed and work together. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta dry it before it's ready. Let's try this brush. My music stopped. I like that paper. Wish I had one. I am very fortunate. I got a big bundle of watercolor paper as a gift, and that's sort of that sparked some of my playfulness. Before I started getting really serious about watercolor, I would work on only pieces this big. It's probably about 3 by 2 inches. And that's just because I was so afraid of wasting paint or paper and not knowing how to do it right. So I would paint only on small pieces like this. And Bhutan, is that in South Africa, is my guess. I'm really sorry. I'm horrible at geography. But I love learning about other people's countries and cultures. Okay, let's see. Go back to this brush. Hi, hey Alicia, how are ya? I forgot to message you. How are you doing? I was thinking about you this morning. I was like, I really need to reach out, and then I forgot. And it's not you. It's my brain. I would have remembered again, but you know how ADHD brain goes. I got sidetracked, and here we are, and I'm so sorry. Okay, let's do. Oh, thank you for understanding. I really appreciate it because I think about you. You're in my thoughts. It's just, my brain sometimes. Currently trying to fix things, but there's more wrong than we thought. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. House problems are never fun. Never fun. So I have been, your brain does the same. That's good. That's good. At least it's mutual, right? Um, so I fell in love with art when I was all the way back, like 5 years old. And I continued to make sure that I took it as I got older as an elective in school. By the time I went, it was time for me to go to college, I went to school to do media arts and animation, so more digitally inclined. Though obviously when you do animation and stuff, you have to understand things like anatomy and composition, all those things. So I did have traditional classes still mixed in with that, but there was obviously a much deeper focus on digital. I did end up dropping out of school in my third years. Well, I guess technically it was the beginning of my fourth, but so I got some of my college education, but I just simply couldn't afford to keep going. I was supporting myself and working 3 jobs just to be able to afford living outside of my abusive home that I grew up in. So I did end up not giving up on art, even though I did have to drop out of college. So I continued to practice, particularly digital watercolor, something that I picked up a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. It's something I tried when I was younger, but I didn't really like it. In fact, I really hated it. But I saw some artists on TikTok and YouTube doing some really beautiful art that was watercolor, and it really inspired me, so I decided to pick it up and give it a try. So that's what I've been, practicing. and I still do my digital art. I don't know if you were here when I showed this, but this is something I painted digitally the other day. So, yeah. I really enjoy exploring all kinds of mediums. So, you know, I like gouache, I like acrylic, I've done resin art, photography, crafting, marker art, graphite, charcoal, you know, anything I can get my hands on. Knitting, crocheting, like I really enjoy creativity, so I explore when I can. I do always come back though to my digital art. That's like my home base. I mean, obviously, when you're learning, you know, different mediums, no matter what, like if you're doing drawing, you'll still need to understand composition. If you're doing photography, you'll still need to understand composition. If you're doing painting, you'll still need to understand composition. But what I have found is that what's great is like once you sort of learn a skill, it's transferable to a lot of other places. Because even I used to do wreath making, and even in that, you need to understand composition. It's slightly different, right? Different type of understanding of composition because it is a 3D object. But you know, even then, the understanding of how that all comes together helped me start to understand and decipher that medium a little bit, you know, more quickly and efficiently. And I would say, you know, because with each medium, it is different. It is distinctly different. You know, it's, I think, been beneficial, at least for me on a personal level, to learn what composition means in different contexts. I think it's helped me become a better artist. So yeah. I was getting a little bit too in my head about the placement of these, so I'm going to go in and just make them a little bit messier. You know, it's so funny. I used to hate the color pink, and all of a sudden I am getting like so drawn to it. I love salmon. Like I like where it's like a pink orange color, but actual pink is also growing on me. We'll go on this journey together. I'm gonna real quick use my heating tool to dry this so I can start adding some details that are just, I can't quite add while the paper is wet. So I'm gonna mute this, but only for a second. The paper was far more damp than I thought, but I got it dry, I think, mostly at least. Let's see, I saw the digital art before. Beautiful, thank you. Like marker, black ink, those are my friends. I love that. You know, black and white art is, I think, I think it's one of the more difficult types of art, because you really do have to create detail in a very, you have to know how to use lighting and shadow, right? Because that's, you only have this one way to convey it with this one color, and that takes great skill. Okay, now let's do this. So there's some areas, right, where there's less detail. I don't want to overdo it, but I do want to just get a couple leaves in there just to, you know, fill up those spaces a bit. I like this one, so I'll just paint it out. Okay. And now, this. I'm just experimenting. I don't know if this will actually go over well, but I wanted to add just some color variation. And then I have endless amounts of projects like this sitting around, which I make my art for me, right? Like I want to explore and, you know, learn and play. But when they're done, they just sort of sit around, and I'm starting to become like a hoarder of my own art. So I've been trying to think of creative ways to get rid of them without burning them or throwing them away. So I was thinking, so I have a couple, but I was thinking of taking pieces like, say, for example, like this, and like cutting them down into bookmarks and like laminating them and like donating them to like the local libraries. Here's like an example of one of my bookmarks. So I have like a laminator, it's double-sided. So I could just laminate this, and then, you know, people could just take them. I was thinking of putting, you know, like this is, could be a greeting card if people wanted. So I was thinking, you know, just donating them somewhere. I'm not sure where on the greeting cards. But then also I was thinking, I have a bunch of just random small ones like this, and I figured I could write a nice message on the back side and put them in the books that I take from the library. So that way the next person gets like a nice little message. I don't know, just trying to think of creative ways to utilize them. If you guys have better or different suggestions, I am down. Oh, thank you, Bisha. Thank you, thank you. I think the world is full of a lot of unkindness, and it's kind of on fire. So I'm trying to just think of small ways that I can, you know, try and lift someone's day. But like not, you know, like I won't, you know, sign it or anything. I don't need credit for that. I just trying to think of ways that I can, you know, just try and make the world a slightly better place. Give me 1 second. My cat is calling. Hello, my sweet. Hi, welcome back. Are you exploring? Yeah? Oh, baby. We're almost done with this piece. I'm just going to add some details to the leaves. And, yeah. I'm not going to do all of them. I don't want to like go overboard. But just a couple details here and there, you know? Let's see. So like for example, this one I'll either turn into a double-sided card, greeting card, or I can cut it into this way. I can cut it into bookmarks, or I could even cut it into smaller pieces where I write little notes on them. Alright, I think this one definitely needs some detail. Maybe here I can do similar to this one. if I do any highlights, I'm probably gonna do... I have some gel glitter pens, but I don't have them accessible to me right now. But yes, I would definitely... Oh no, I just painted in the wrong thingy. That's fine. It's fine. All is well. I just accidentally painted into the... That's what I get for not paying attention. But yeah, I usually do that. I did it on this one. It's something I like to do with some of the florals. It might be hard to see, but there's like silver on these that weren't there before. Okay, I feel like here has got to be like one of these. So let me grab more paint. I think one of the things that I both love and hate about watercolor is the truly trusting the process, because I feel like at the beginning of this I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? And now it's starting to come together. I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. Like I knew how to do it all along. Let's see, I don't want to overdo. I do think I need some more leaves here, but I don't think they need to be this one. So I'm gonna switch back to my other brush real quick. And then I'm going to head over here to do my bookmarks. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I make it look easy. That's good. I try to be really transparent about my journey, because you know, sometimes my pieces turn out and sometimes they do not. Okay, let's see. Maybe get just like, you know, some darker ones in here. I think that's probably good enough. I'm going to use the heating tool and then we'll untape it so we can see how it looks. So especially with drying, you want to make sure that where the tape meets the paper, that is dry, because otherwise I can speak. That is how you get paper ripping. Also, if you heat up the tape a little bit before pulling it off, it usually comes off a little bit easier from both the paper and the surface that it's on. So let's see how true that may or may not be. Look at that nice clean edge. this one next. All right. So here's the finished product. Once it's fully dry, I'm sure it's still just a little bit damp. Then I'll fold it in half so that it becomes a greeting card, double-sided greeting card, but a greeting card nonetheless. So yeah, there's this piece. Let me go set it over by the others to dry. Hi there, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. All right, now this is just a clipping board, and I tape papers to it because it's a easy surface, so that if I need to use this for filming, usually for my digital art filming, it's not, my artwork's not in the way and I can easily move it around. Okay, let me look for a reference. See if there's anything that inspires me. Okay. Let's probably start with this smaller brush. Okay, so still deciding, guys, sorry. Yeah. So it's a reference. Do not copy anyone's art unless it is on a website in which it is like royalty-free use. You know how to use it based on the licensing that it offers. This is just me looking at Pinterest, looking at photos where I like the colors, or I like the flower type or the shapes, stuff like that. Don't ask why I started on this one and not there. Just, it felt like the right spot. Okay, and now I need all right, let's see if I can do this. It's like one thing to like have a vision in your head about how something's gonna go versus how it actually goes, you know? Get more color back over here. Okay, so just little ones here like that. Hi guys, sorry for that. Give me 1 second. That was my alarm for my medication, and I cannot forget to take it. Hi guys. Don't mind me coughing. I'm fine. All right, I'm gonna real quick use the heating tool. This flower is, that's a great question. It's funny that you say that because I actually just got a bunch of books from the library about flower names. This one doesn't tell me which kind it is. I imagine it's some sort of daisy. Let me see if I can figure it out. Give me one sec. Literally cannot find. Let's see. Nope. Still no. Yeah, I would say the closest way to find a flower like that is probably just looking at daisy. Even this one on here, which is definitely different, it says it's a daisy. This one's a Dalmatian daisy. Let's see. This one, which is similar, is a this one's a sun daisy, Purple Mountain sun daisy. This one's probably the closest. Oh, this one's also a sun daisy. They're just slightly different. One's called a Purple Mountain. This one's called a lavender. Flowers of imagination. I love that. But yeah, I got a bunch of books on like different types of gardens and different types of shrubs and plants, and I've been using them to help me find reference to save in a folder on Pinterest, so that when I make sure I save ones that actually have the names. The one from the flower that I'm currently using, that's from before I started realizing I needed to know the names. But since yesterday, I've been making sure that I have them all labeled. So that way there's no confusion. So I'm just taking some water right here. My brush is clean, there's no paint on it, just water. Just so I can soften up some of these and just make it a little bit more dreamy looking and not too overly defined in the detail. So these are sunflowers. And there's different kinds, but they all, have similar attributes. All right, now I'm going to grab some brown, this to it. All right, and now I can add, some details here now that it's more dry. This. I'm gonna do the last bit of detail. Is it my favorite piece I've ever done? No, but it is what it is. Me too. It's where it finally starts to come together and you're like, oh, there it is. That's what you were going for. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to move on to painting one next to it, let that dry, and then, you know, hopefully I'll like it when I undo the tape. Let's see, what's another flower that inspires me? Feeling in the mood for something yellow. Alright, and then while I wait for those to dry, I'll work on the branches. I'm going to keep my hope up that all your bright colors are getting me snow. No. I hope you don't get more snow. I hope not. No more snow. We're done for the season. We're done. No. Oh no. Why? Why snow? Why would you do that? I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. Yes. Thankfully, I'm in a place that I believe it's already done with its snow for the year, but some people here still are in snow season, which is crazy. Okay. Oh, we just got a very strange surge of electricity. That is weird. Okay. I'm just going to use my little heating tool for a second. Hi, sorry, my husband came home. We were just talking, figuring out the game plan. He's gonna go pick up the kiddos so I can finish up this live. All right. There is a cat purse somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, thank you. I haven't made a tutorial on it, and the bigger piece is further away, but one that I really want to make a tutorial on. Where are you? Here it is. One I really want to make a tutorial on, I have a large piece of it though, is this. I had a lot of fun making that one. Okay, so I'm gonna just put some. I should probably play sounds so you guys don't have to listen to me hum. Maybe a different brush. I'm going to turn this so that I can get just a better angle so I don't mess this up too badly. Okay. I'm gonna leave that one for now. Now this one. I feel like initially I've done this a little too dark. So one thing I am gonna real quick do is take some clean water and just kind of try and lift some in the center here. And I'm going to take my paper towel and just, here we go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. And then I'm gonna take, hopefully it's a clean brush. And I'm just gonna try and soften this up just a little bit so it sort of has like a soft sort of aura light. And already I can use these as some details in the background like that. Okay, I'm gonna real quick dry it so I can paint on top of it. Okay, so I'm gonna work in the order that I probably should have worked on in this one. I still, to this day, I get so excited about the foreground that I don't do the middle ground. So I'm gonna work on the middle ground, or at least attempt to. And let's see, grab this color. Maybe a little bit of this. For some reason, my phone is not charging. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, and now we're gonna start down here. This is still very much dark, so I'm I can't help myself. Okay, lighten it up, lighten it up. hopefully this color is a little bit better. Lift some of this back up. Okay. so I'm going to dry this, then I'm going to untape them all and then add any last minute details. Especially on these, I like to have some of the art come outside of the line with intention, like on purpose. Similar to this, like obviously there wasn't a like an actual border, but I did have a border that I created inside, and then I wanted to make sure that, you know, it felt wild, like a forest. Okay, so let me real quick dry this. All right, so I'm gonna start with the bottom here. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so alrighty, let's see. All right, and so for this one, I'm going to have some of the leaves come outside of the border, but I like this. I think it turned out nice. Sometimes it's really hard to tell like how you're gonna feel about it with the tape on, just because the tape obviously carries a lot of the leftover paint. Okay. Here we go. And there. Okay. So this one, I think I'll keep it as is. And what I'll probably do is on a different live, once I feel like this is 100% fully dried, I will turn it over and I will paint the back side, because I do like to have I like to make sure I utilize the paper. Then also it can be a double-sided bookmark, so yay. This one, I'll probably keep it as is. I'm okay with the way that it looks. Okay, so this one, okay, so for like ones like this, I do like to have just a little bit of it coming outside of the border. I spot a cat hair. There we go. I could overdo it. I definitely could. The nice thing is I can always remake it. I'm almost done. I really don't need to add too much detail. All right, so I would call that done. And then we'll do this one, and then I'll be done for the day. Use this brush though. Okay. All right, so these are the bookmarks I made today. And here's the piece we did earlier. Yeah, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. As always, you are deeply appreciated, so please, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Check out my tutorials. I have both tutorials for watercolor as well as digital art using Procreate. I will be putting out a tutorial hopefully soon on something either identical or similar to this one. So yeah, please make sure that you are taking care of yourself. It is a tough world out there. Be sure to, meet your basic needs, and if you can do more for yourself, do that. But I know, drink your water, eat your food, make sure you're resting. If you can't do anything else in addition, try. Wishing you all the best, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.